morning, book besties. Today we're doing something so exciting. We are going to a Quicksilver event to meet Callie Hart. I honestly can't believe that I'm doing this. Callie Hart is definitely one of the authors that I've been really excited to meet. So I knew that if she was doing any kind of UK tour, I absolutely would be going to the signings. But I have been lucky enough to have been invited on this event with Hot Escape, the publishers. They're kind of hosting the event and we are going down to London and we are doing jewellery making. I obviously think it's going to be silver jewellery. I haven't looked too much into the place where we're going because I kind of want it to be a little bit of a surprise. And it'll just be such a nice, fun day to spend the day with Callie. A few of the book girlies are going and I'm actually getting the train down with Emmy because she lives in Edinburgh and I live in York and the train runs through to London, so I usually jump on at York and then we just yap about books on the way down and get excited about the event. So I'm looking forward to doing that. If you don't know anything about Quicksilver, you haven't read Quicksilver yet, I would say it's kind of got vibes of ACOTAR from the sense that it is sort of human girl travels to Fey Realm and is sort of trapped in Fey Realm. There's bargains. There is really good banter in this and probably some of the best tension banter back and forth I have read in a book in such a long time. The MMC is a tortured soul. We're led to believe he's mean and he's rude, but for me from the start I loved him despite him being mean and rude. The magic system I feel is very unique. There's the element of the Quicksilver, which are like these big silver pools, which are essentially like pools for travel between worlds, and also it's like sentient somehow. I don't want to give too much away. Basically you need to go read it immediately because it is so good, especially if you are like a dark romantasy girly. Anyway, I'm going to quickly show you what books I'm taking for Callie to sign and then we need to get going. I really wanted a nice tote for occasions like this and I was going to get a Waterstones one, but I thought, do you know what, I'll just design one myself and put all my favourite things on it. So that is what I did. Going to be used for all my events for books in London so that my books can be safe and I've got plenty of space for stuff and more books if I get more books. So this is my tote bag that I recently designed. It has got all the good stuff on it. It's got quite a few manacled references. Fair and Recent by Frostbite Studios. Obviously I've got Daria Centauri here. A little dragon for Tan from Fourth Wing, and then I do have some Quicksilver references as well. I've got some little butterflies and I have little Osha there. I also have the book dedication from Quicksilver, for those who live in their nightmares so that others may have their dreams. Love it. Also, you will notice I have a thing for like jazzing things up, but I like to put key rings on things. So I have this little pearl bow keychain. I got this on Etsy. On my handbag I have these keychains here, which were also from a person who makes keychains on Etsy. I think these came from Spain, honestly. There's like some really cute little charms on here. And then of course I have my little Pauline bag, which I treated myself to this year. This is my go-to London bag because I like a crossbody because I want to be safe, and this like zips up and it's very difficult to get into. So, you know, not that I actually ever take anything super valuable with me apart from my Kindle. And do you know what's really bad? My Kindle doesn't even fit in this bag. So my Kindle is in the tote, which is another reason why I need a tote. And then I have my drink bottle, which I'll probably leave in my car because I don't want to cart it down to London. But I have my little Jellycat bear on here, and then I have this little key charm thing, and I got this on Tammi actually because I thought it matched the colour of my bottle. So yeah, now that I'm looking at all of these things together, it's feeling very aggressive and I'm not sure if there's something wrong with me. However, I just like to make things look pretty, so don't judge me. So these are the two books that I'm going to take with me for Callie to sign. I just read this one. It's called Riot House. It's dark romance. It is part of a 4-book series. Follows 3 different guys and each book is obviously a different guy. And then I think the 4th book is kind of like a reunion. I think it's called Riot Reunion, and I think it kind of got multiple POVs. So I really enjoyed this first one. I would definitely check the trigger warnings because there are some dark themes in here, but I will definitely be continuing this series. So I'm going to take that for Callie to sign. And then I have my very, very special indie initial release copy of Quicksilver. Now these are no longer available, so this is rare, and what makes it even more rare is it is already signed by Callie because she actually sent me this when she first released Quicksilver. I don't know how or why, but I was lucky enough to be on her radar and she reached out to me and asked if she could send me her book. At this point I hadn't heard of Callie, I hadn't heard of Quicksilver, obviously it hadn't been released. When she sent the email and I looked up the book, I thought it sounded so good, and I am honestly so grateful that I own this. The fact that it's already signed is amazing, but I would love to get it personalised because this is very special to me. So I have a plan to protect my babies in transit. I am going to put them both in a spare Fairy Loot dust jacket that I have and then wrap it in bubble wrap, and I'm hoping that'll be enough to protect them from London and getting bashed about in my bag, because I do not want these to get damaged. I am very, very precious about my books. So if I just wrap a little bit of bubble wrap around, then they will be extra safe in my bag. Also, of course, I am taking my Kindle because I am getting the train back on my own, and so I'll probably just read. I am going to try read the third book in the Crystal Bloom series by Sarah A. Parker. I did take a little bit of a break from this series, but that is because the ending of book 2 traumatized me and I needed time to process everything. But this is one of my all-time favorite series. I literally will shout about this book to anyone who will listen. So please, if you enjoy the same books as me, try A Crystal Bloom by Sarah A. Parker. The first book is called To Bleed a Crystal Bloom, the second book is called To Snap a Silver Stem, and the third book is called To Flame a Wildflower. Oh, and also, because I've actually never talked about this on YouTube before, but I do design Kindle inserts. This is one I did, and I sell them on Etsy. My Etsy store link will be in my description if you want to go check these out. I also do custom orders. I can't recreate this exact design though, because it contains artworks done by other artists, so obviously it would be very unethical for me to sell those, but I do very similar designs on my Etsy and custom orders, so if you are interested, do go check that out. Also, very, very quickly, just one thing I need to tell you about the proofs. I'm hoping today that I'm going to get my hands on one of the Quicksilver proofs, and if you haven't seen these, they are absolutely stunning. It is like metallic reflective silver, because Quicksilver obviously, and I need this book in my life. I need it, okay, because I'm a Quicksilver girly. So I am 90% sure there's going to be one in the goodie bag today. So fingers crossed, guys. Okay guys, enough talking, let's go. If you follow me on TikTok, you probably know this already, but I just started my Rena Kent journey, and I started with God of Malice. I only have an hour and a half left of this audio, so I'm hoping to get it finished pretty soon. I am absolutely loving this. Honestly, she just gets straight into it. I think in like chapter 2, the MMC is introduced, and they're already basically doing it by the end of that chapter. It's very aggressive. Check the trigger warnings. I fear that I am in love with this man. Killian Carson is not morally grey, he is morally black. He's literally a psychopath. But yeah, this is so good.
No, he doesn't.
And then I looked at him and I was like, oh, he kind of does.
He doesn't.
Hello book besties, it is the next morning. I had the best day yesterday. It was honestly so nice. It was so nice to see some of the book girls, and it was just so nice to meet Callie. She was so fun. She was just really down to earth and just like a genuine nice person, and she was such a good laugh. I thought we could quickly go through what was in my goodie bag. Unfortunately, I found out on the train on the way down there that we weren't going to be getting the proofs. I did feel like crying, however, I maintained composure. I am a little bit disappointed because I really would have loved one, but I think they've completely run out, which I guess is understandable because they were absolutely stunning, and I can imagine everybody wanted to get their hands on one. So moving on, let's have a look at what was in the bag. And I am still wearing my necklace that I made yesterday. I absolutely love it, and I don't normally wear silver jewellery because I basically made this myself and we spent the day with Callie. It's definitely going to be very special to me now. And actually I think it's so cute. So firstly, we all got one of the new UK hardback copies of Quicksilver. This is what it looks like. Also, really cool, the dust jacket is actually reversible. So if you don't want to see Kingfisher on the front of your book for whatever reason, you can switch it around and have the alternative cover, which is also stunning. And I really like that they've done this for the people that are opposed to having Kingfisher on the front of their book, because as we heard Callie say yesterday, he has been very controversial. This book is absolutely stunning. The naked hardback is silver foiled. Very nice. Kingfisher's sword with an emerald on the front, of course. And then inside, how stunning is that? And then I got this signed by Callie while we were there, of course, and she put, "Dear Laura, welcome to Yuvelia." I think that's how you pronounce it. The dedication, which I showed you on my tote bag yesterday. The map. And then there is also this page as well, which is very cool. There's also a pronunciation guide, which is very useful in a fantasy book. And then we have chapter 1. Also in the bag was a Shadow Daddy candle. This is meant to smell like Kingfisher, so it's peppermint, dark chocolate, leather and spicy oud. It smells interesting. I feel like I like the smell, but it's different. I have never had a peppermint, dark chocolate, leather and oud candle before, so it's very unique smelling, but very excited to own this. We also have a Shadow Daddy jumper. A few of the girls received their goodie bags ahead of time, so they were already wearing their jumpers yesterday, but it feels really soft. This is the same text as what is on the candle. I love it. And then lastly, there was like a little bag with some peppermint tea and some chocolate hearts in silver foil. Just while we're opening things as well, I actually came home last night to a little parcel from Jodie, aka Vanilla Moon, and she sent me a bunch of new bookmarks from her collection. So let me show you those quickly before I show you my books that Callie signed. So we've got this little one with bows on it, another one with bows that says "one more chapter." This is very up my street. Also, I really love this one. It's like a little music player, Spotify kind of vibe with Valaris, Terrason and Lunathian on it. Merry Bookmas, Cauldron Bless, and then a Valaris Book Club one. Thank you so much, Jodie, for sending these to me. If you guys like these, definitely go check out her Etsy store because she has loads of really nice designs. Now let's take a look at the books I got signed. The books did travel pretty well. I don't think they're damaged at all, which is amazing, obviously. So I will start with my copy of Right House. She signed the inside here and she put, "Dear Laura, let's write. So great to meet you and hang out in London. Love, Callie." And then my baby, my special indie copy of Quicksilver, she put, "Dear Laura, thank you so much for your love of Quicksilver and for all of your support. Love, Callie." This was honestly such a dream. I had the best day ever. That is pretty much it, and I don't really have anything else to tell you guys. So if you enjoyed coming down to this event with me, I will definitely document a few more in the future, and I guess I will see you guys in the next video.